finally done, guys. Happy graduation to the class 2024. Yes, that includes me as well. And I kind of wanted to document my ideas for my experience in college and what I've learned. My first reflection is nobody knows what they're doing. Your best shot at figuring things out is figuring it out yourself. The moment I realized this, everything really changed. I remember this time when I was in the metro and I was going from Long Beach to Santa Monica, and there was this quick stop at USC. I was looking at USC as an outsider at the time. I started my academic career at Cal State Long Beach, and I had a series of thoughts and ideas which led me to transferring to Australia and Melbourne, and then eventually USC. I never thought I would actually get in and really be here today. I dreamt of it. And I think that really happened because I realized that I don't want to go and ask my counselors at Cal State or whatever. I took their advice and I processed it and I decided, okay, this is what I want. For me at the time, that meant dropping out of school and embracing uncertainty for a shot at better outlook. Throughout this time, I was focused on a new version of myself, and I still am. I still have a lot more to do. I have very high expectations for myself and for my small circle. And that is what I would like to say next too. You should surround yourself with people that are like-minded because you may not notice it, but you're unconsciously taking their energy and they're taking your energy as well. And if you're hanging out with people that don't really respect your time and you don't understand the value of your time, you're just gonna end up going down a negative spiral. You're gonna have bad days, yes, but then your friends are gonna be there to pull you up. Learn to become your friend. You're gonna find yourself being lonely a lot of times, which is fine. You shouldn't rush yourself into a relationship or do things just because you're lonely. It's okay to be alone. And in fact, I argue that your best company is yourself actually. That means that you could sit down and you could have a conversation with yourself to determine all the things that matter to you, to think about those things. And that's how I think you build quality of character too, and reflect, which I am doing right now in a way. So next up, I would say never be afraid to talk to anybody when you need to, because that is how you build relationships. And when you do talk to somebody, always try to provide value. In order to receive value, you have to give value. Always be comfortable talking to whoever you need to talk to, which means that if you see somebody who you want to talk to, literally just go up, say hi. And that's exactly what I was doing earlier that day. Here we are, 2024 graduation. Everybody's celebrating over here, as you see. So, like talk to people over here, seeing what they're doing next, and also getting advice from their parents. There's a lot of influential parents at USC. We all know that. I'm sorry, what's your name? I should have asked first.
Nick.
Daniel, pleasure meeting you. Can you tell us what you do for a living?
I'm recently retired and CEO of a retail company, and was very fortunate to work with people that were older than me that taught me a lot.
Excuse me, sir, a quick question for you. Please give us some advice to as soon as graduating, what should we do next,
Do something you love. Follow your heart. Don't worry about the money. It'll come later.
Oh, later. I don't like that word, but what do you do for a living, sir?
I'm an attorney.
Oh, wow. You're a dangerous guy to talk to then. You could tell us a little bit about the political atmosphere in the business so far. I know it's a tough economy, strange things going on.
I'm from Missouri. It's very different back there than it is here.
Sure,
we don't have a lot of controversy going on back home, but
you are an attorney. I love that answer.
You like that?
I love it. Great meeting you. Awesome. Do you have a LinkedIn or something? I'd love to connect with you. That's how easy it can be to create a new point of contact, which can sometimes mature into a very fruitful relationship. And that brings me to my next point. Do not rush the process, rather nurture to enjoy the journey instead, because you're really living a memory in the future, so you might as well use that time to do something productive. I was once on a date, and when the bill came out, I realized I didn't have the money to pay for the bill. At that moment, I realized I had to change something in my life. That's why I started Chance Apparel. I wanted to share my last emotional experience with you over here. I started my company about 1.5 years ago, which I have stopped now. I've met a lot of you guys over here selling clothes. I really want to say thank you to everybody who stopped by and gave me a shot for my sales pitch and gave me that confidence. I also want to say thank you to the guys who walked off, literally said nothing, because that's life. It's just a experience for life, and I really admire it and I appreciate those guys. Well, it was truly a great experience and it taught me priceless lessons. I decided to move on because of a certain question I ask myself every day. It's very important to answer the why question. Why are you doing what you're doing in your life? Why am I the way I am? That's the question I ask. Why am I doing all this? And everybody's path to success is different. While it's difficult not to compare, you shouldn't be comparing yourself with anybody but yourself yesterday, because you yourself are your best control. Are you a little bit better than yesterday? If the answer is yes, you're winning. And set off small margins too. Don't have crazy expectations. Well, sometimes I am that way. I can be a little unrealistic. I mean, we all can be. It's okay to be unrealistic, but it's important to have that small positive change in direction that builds momentum and eventually makes the difference that needs to be made. To be in your best mental shape, you got to be in your best physical shape. Everybody is meant to be an athlete. Are you willing to get up in the morning, put in the time that you need to put in, or stick to your scheduled plan for your workouts? If you are, then you're an athlete. We're genetically wired to move around and physically move around and do all this stuff. So if you're not doing that, how can you be in your best mental shape? So, find the joy in giving. Money doesn't really make us happy. Rather, being able to use that as a tool to make somebody else's life better makes us happy. There's nothing more meaningful in our lives than being able to help somebody. This is a phenomenon that I saw at the hospital. When I was interning at the hospital, I saw doctors, nurses, and the healthcare faculty really providing for people selflessly. And there is no better feeling than that, I can assure you that. Thank you for staying with me as I shared my realizations. Now, I encourage you to explore the lessons hidden in your own past. Reflect. As a Persian poet Rumi once said, "Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I'm wise, so I'm changing myself."